Right, part two of the JetSled Pulk. So I left off talking about these holes. Okay, so they put these holes in the tub in the front of the jet sled. Okay, which is ridiculous. I've talked to Chappelle about this before, but they don't seem to care, like most companies. Anyway, this was your way to plug these holes. You get a bolt that has a Phillips screwdriver head on the other side, and it's subset, okay, which means it is where you have a, it's kind of like conical on the back side of the head of the screw, right? It's a screw bolt, and then you get these washers here that are also subset. So you put the washer, and that kind of conforms to the plastic there, and then you just put that in there, and you put the lock nut on the back, and then you're going to just screw that tight. Alright, you use a Phillips screwdriver and a socket on the other side. And then what you're going to do is, when you get it all snugged up and you put silicone on the front and the back, you know, paint it if you like, and then go ahead and just cut it off with a wheel, right, from your little cutting wheel, okay, and sand it smooth, and then put some silicone on there, and then that'll be good. Alright, so I've thrown some stuff in here. Got here's a sleeping bag and a couple of wool blankets. Alright, so I've got this set up to where I can just get into it, and if it's super high wind, I'm not going to lose the top. Okay, because those are all tied off on the other side. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and pull this back up. Right. Pull this back up. I want this to where I can easily get my Pulk attached to my pulling device. Go ahead, tighten up this. I used two. We used two cord locks there, right? That way there's absolutely no way it's going to come undone from flapping around. So then right on this one side here, I'll just go ahead and attach, show you real quick. I'm just going to go ahead, I went ahead and I attached the top, okay, and then I pulled my cord locks tight. So this is a double length here, so that this cannot catch on anything and get caught and hold it, right? So I got double cord lock here. Now what that does is it keeps it from creeping. Alright? Keeps it from creeping. So as you can see, there's two cord locks there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and pull one up. Pull the other one up. And like I said, that keeps it from creeping. Right? Slipping. Now, I'm going to go over here. set that up right there. Now, this right here, as you can see, there's the ring, the cord that holds the top. Okay, so I'm going to take this. This keeps this from flapping around, even though it won't come off. Keeps that from flapping around and driving you mad if the wind is high. Okay, and it's very easy, even with gloves. You just hold this with 2 fingers, and then you squeeze that cord lock, and then you just shove that through there, right? And then there it is. Okay, that's all there is to it. So this is on here, as you can see. Alright, that's the front left, front right. Okay, now I'm going to go over this other side that I've got set up to not get into. Alright, got this set up to where I'm not going to get into it because of wind, right? So how do I do that? Well, it's set up right now. Okay, it's set up right now. This is up in the front corner, the center, and the back corner. They're all set up the same. Okay, so what this is I just added an additional overhand here that's easy to get off, even with gloves. You don't make it tight. You just make it just, you know, just a quick snug. That's all that is. Alright. Now I'm going to grab this, I'm going to pull it down, and I'm going to set myself back up for success by, you know, giving a little gap right here between this knot and this. So only one side is knotted, and that's to keep that cord lock on there secured, right? So you see that? So the top itself, the parachute cord runs through the D-ring, right? And it runs through this looped webbing that's sewn on there really well. Alright, so how do I do that? So I put it on and I tighten it up, and now this is on here, but this may flap around a bit and the wind drive us crazy. We don't want that when we're on the move. Generally you're going to be on the move at least an hour or two at a time, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead, I put that through that D-ring. Did you see that? So I'm going to take that D-ring, I'm going to take this bitter end with no knot on it, and I'm going to throw it through the D-ring. Okay, now I'm going to grab that other end with the knot and the cord lock. I'm going to squeeze the cord lock, and I'm going to shove that bitter end there through the cord lock. Alright, see that? Now I just grab the cord lock tight, the cord tight with the knot, grab the cord lock, and then tighten it up. Okay? Now it's not going to flap about and drive everybody crazy. And I'll do that with all three on this side. Okay? Now, to keep that from coming undone accidentally because of a lot of high wind, flap, 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 right? So I just take 2 fingers and just a quick overhand, alright, through there. That's all there is to it. Okay, see that? quick overhand. That's all there is to it there. That way, all it is I'm just, you know, I've got this snugged up here. I don't need this too snug. All this is doing is keeping that kind of off the ground and keeping it from all working loose over time. Right. Okay. Sorry guys. Lock that out there. This camera and tripod's kind of old. Alright, let me check my time. Okay, we're good on time. Alright, so basically I've got this side locked off down here in the center, and in the front, and in the back corner, and of course the center back is always locked off. Okay, it's always locked off, because if I need to take all of this off for some reason to have the top fully exposed and to where I can equalize some stuff out, I can take everything off but yet have a safety in the rear. Okay, in the center rear, right? Anyway, that is pretty much it in a nutshell. If you guys have questions or whatever, give me a holler and I will try to upload another video, you know, detailing this a little bit more for you. Now, if I'm going to be, just one more thing. If I'm going to be trekking for a while, not needing to get into this thing, this cordage here to kind of tie that off from flapping a lot, if I'm going to be on the move for a while, I will just go ahead and lock this off, right? Let's go ahead and lock it off, because that will keep that off the ground and it'll keep it from possibly working loose, right? And you could do that with all three of these if you want. Totally up to you, right? The only one that we never take apart is the one that's back here in the center of the back. Okay, let me go ahead and rearrange this here. Okay, so we are in the center back right there. Alright, so that is the center back. Now, as you can see here, I've got the bitter ends there, and I've got a couple of overhands, and then I've got this cord lock here, Duraflex cord lock. I use Duraflex cord locks, guys, because they really grip. They grip really good, and they grip parachute cord especially well in comparison to other cord locks. Most regular cord locks are just going to slide. Anywhere I need extra grip, I'm going to use Duraflex. Those other ones I don't need extra grip. I don't. On the other ones on the corners and sides over there, I don't need extra grip. Okay. Those are not ones I need to worry about slippage too much. Okay. The ones that I really got to worry about the slippage, I'm using the Duraflex. And on this particular one, I'm using 2. Okay. You can hear that. Okay. You hear that? So I can pull that up tight. Go ahead and snug that up. Put a double lock, right? Okay. So take one off. I pull it back to about 1 to 2 inches from the end. Alright? And I pull the other one back. Okay. Now I can undo that. Alright? But you see, this one does not go anywhere. It stays there. It's actually locked into that eye bolt here. Okay, so this one's knotted. That one's knotted. Okay, this cord is knotted to the eye bolt. And then I've got this goes around the D-ring. Check my time. Ran out of time. Goes on the D-ring, right? This just means that I always got it here, center back on that D-ring. No matter what's going on, I loosen it up, do something, super high wind, 50, 80, 100 mile an hour wind goes by, I'm not losing it. Alright? Okay, questions, comments? Holler at me. See ya.